But I'm wondering, do you believe that this is one of the reasons why there's kind of this psychedelic boom, and it's making its way across the world, and like I've seen this, that there's not a coincidence here that all of a sudden it's like just moving at exponential speeds at the same rate like AI is moving extremely exponentially fast. Do you think it's interconnected?
I do. I think there's a fundamental interconnectedness of the network. I've always thought of it that way. Um, you know, I I think first of all, the misnomer around the psychedelics in that space is that only in the most recent times was there any kind of prohibition that we know of around it. And so I think psychedelics were actually part of the growth of civilization and the growth of technology kind of unilaterally throughout history of different kinds or different forms. And then we see, okay, this great prohibition takes place amongst the modern world, and we start to, over a short period of time, habituate that prohibition as if that's how it's always been. But I think, directly in alignment with this question, um, I think that part of the psychedelic awakening to a world that is networked, to global systems that are networked, to technologies that are networked, is part of why so much discovery and so much expansion has been happening in the last 10, 15 years. So while it's not spoken about, I've been in a, I think pretty honored position to be able to hear about a lot of underground psychedelic use and psychedelic movements. They weren't public at all, and they cross all areas, levels of society globally. And so I think a lot of the discoveries that were key discoveries to making these technologies viable at mass scale and for, the population came in and through either the psychedelic experiences or the integration of the psychedelic experiences that scientists, mathematicians, physicists, you know, kind of everybody, I think, has really been having, whether they've wanted to talk about it or they haven't been wanting to talk about it. But as it's becoming more popular, a lot more people are opening up to it. And if you follow the people, you realize they're not isolated. They're not the only one that's part of that group. And you start to hear a very high level people around the world have been, utilizing these tools
Mm.
for discovery.